Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So Kabam is up to something again. They have certainly been cooking something. Uh this again is something that comes out of nowhere, but this time around Kabam has set their eyes upon echo damage functionality. And we're gonna explain that in a bit, but echo damage functionality and simple. So greetings summoners. Today we would like to talk about the collection of effects we're going to refer to as echo damage. This includes certain named abilities like resonance, verb, trauma, and overload, as well as unnamed mechanics that deal bursts of damage or inflict debuffs based on the damage dealt by champion's attacks, like Hercules for instance. These abilities are an interesting way to scale damage on champions, but as some of you may know, they have an exponential and warping interaction with vigor and other effects that increase or decrease all damage dealt. If a hit that would deal 100 damage benefits from 100% trauma, then the champion will also deal a burst of 100 damage. If that champion is also benefiting from 100% vigor, then the hit is doubled to 200, but then the burst of the damage is calculated based on that larger hit before being doubled again to 400. Same thing happens in reverse with 50% protection, and it becomes more pronounced that either the echo or the damage increase decrease grows larger in potency. That is the way the game works currently. Ram's not okay with that, because in essence, this works quite well for us in many instances in raids and in some other game modes. We consider this a problem because effects that increase or decrease all damage dealt are by far the most even way to scale output across a wide variety of champions and classes. Here is the thing that they don't say. They have a ton of different ways how they can do it. They simply says this is the easiest thing for them to do, basically. There is no way for them to explain the rest of this thing without me now thinking. They just won't be lazy. That's it. Because they want to kind of like standardize some things again so they don't have to think much or create many new things. They just want something, that works as a template for everything. Just providing attack rating, like with the power shield node, is less effective if a champion already has furies or other attack increases in their kit. For me, that was part of what I loved, because some champions barely benefit from power shield or become significantly worse, like let's say Hulkling. Doesn't do damage on his base hits, power shield doesn't boost up his special attack damage all that much, and then Hulkling all of a sudden is like worst champion to use. But on the contrary, for instance, champion like Longshot all of a sudden turns into a nuke because or Kate Bishop, because then that extra damage boost kind of gets locked in and expanded further than it perhaps is intended to. And to me, this is part of the essence of the fun, to find out which champions interact better with which nodes, not have some sort of completely expected result at end of all of it for every champion, every interaction. But okay, champion already has furies or other attack increase. Their kit, for example, and aggressively scaling. Things like resistance or armor gets very weird very fast due to quirks of the diminishing return system. And again, this is the system that they themselves implemented. Now they are complaining that, diminishing returns is making things kind of like scale down damage. But they wanted that. They made it. They made such a big fuss about how good diminishing returns are for the game. So far, the game has learned on large increases to damage dealt primarily in two modes: Alliance raids and Big Things variation of Alliance War. Well, there are more though. There's a lot more that this will affect because there are more champions with vigor, or there are some relics with vigor. There's a ton of nodes across the entire game at this point. While the interaction between global damage increase and echo damage is undeniably fun in these nodes, it's also proven inherently impossible to balance around, which will only become a larger and larger issue as we aim to scale damage benefits in upcoming new game modes and encounters. Okay, of course, yeah. Yeah, so you need to fuck up existing fights and shit. Because of that, we are planning to update how these effects calculate the damage to remove the exponential scaling of this interaction. It's important to note that in all other cases, these effects will remain unchanged. They will behave identically with armor resistance, critical hits, and attack rating modifications, but will no longer double dip on global damage modifications. This means that affected echo damage champions will deal less damage in situations where damage is increased, like Vigor is in play, and more damage against the damage decrease section. We understand that this may worry some who invested in these champions with this interaction in mind, and so we're taking a number of steps to. I mean, like, best of luck. But, and this is not necessarily a fault of this one instance, but Kabam has atrocious track record. Regardless of what Kabam does, I expect it to bite me in the ass in one way, shape, or form. Because just about everything that Kabam has recently changed or introduced in the game, not for the benefit of the player, it's for the benefit of Kabam. We can go as far back as existence of Titan crystals. Do we think Titan crystals made the game better for the player or for Kabam? Because now we can't choose which crystals we want to open. We're kind of like stuck with whatever shards we have, and well, just hoarding Titan crystals in hundreds of thousands, basically. Is that a great thing? Not really. I don't think so. It devalued 7-star shards, and again, it is a fail with the Titan crystals in general, and now Titan crystals even are irrelevant because Kabam made it so with Ascension. Do you guys think Ascension is designed to make this game better for the player base? Or make it better for Kabam to kind of like micromanage which champions we can and cannot rank and ascend and so on and so forth? Who do you think it works out better for? Is it better and more interesting for the players with the way Ascension is set? Or is it better for Kabam? And this is going to be one of those things. It's going to be yet again one of those things, like the original Downton change, like just about everything else. This is not for the benefit of players that they are doing here. But okay, we understand that this may worry some who invested in these champions with this interaction in mind, and so we're taking a number of steps to mitigate the impact. Firstly, we'll be carefully review the pool of affected champions to assess whether any of them need compensatory changes to continue performing at least as well as they are now. We can immediately say that Gentle and Silver Samurai will be seeing adjustments to preserve the way their echo damage effects interact with Daunted, and it should perform at level you expect them to. Great. As somebody who has a rank 4 ascended Sig 200 Gentle, from bottom of my heart, Kabam, I want you to know that I don't believe you. I just don't believe you that you're going to tune him up to how he should be. Second, we'll also be making a change to how echo damage types interact with ability accuracy modification. Currently, the bursts of damage can fail independently on each hit. Changing it to those bursts cannot fail due to ability accuracy reduction once the parent buff or debuff succeeds. This will be a significant improvement in certain matchups, such as when facing Domino or glancing effects. Yeah, great. So when I use my Gentle against Domino, I'm going to be very happy. Oh, wait, I never do anyways. Third, we'll take a look at raids to make adjustments to ensure these champions remain among the best options, even though most summoners aren't using these champions. And not enough are that have them firmly entrenched or part of this identity at this point. We intend to preserve that. Making them stronger in a controlled and satisfying way for this node will take some time, thus we are planning to rotate echo damage champions out of the raid pools for a short term. We'll bring them back in the future rotations. We'll also understand that some other characters continue to underperform in raids, and so plan to do a full pass on raids boosts to ensure as many characters as possible feel more viable. You can expect to see those boost updates soon. The 8 champions with the echo damage effects that are being rotated out of the upcoming raid pools are America Chavez, Falcon, Hawking Torres, Northstar, Shang-Chi, Hulk, Luke Cage, Red Guardian, and Rhino. Yeah. Ah. Fourth, we'll perform a tuning pass on big head things before next iteration. This is far enough out that we don't want to commit too early on any particular implementation, but our goal is to ensure that there remain plenty of available solutions to each boss without this exceptional echo interaction warping the meta. We'll also be taking a look at defensive echo interactions, which you can read about it below. Lastly, we'll be doing a passive mechanics that can have this same impact on defense, such as Enchantress abjuration damage, or the taunts effects of characters like Killmonger or America Chavez, to ensure that our future use of global damage increasing does not unintentionally magnify certain threats beyond our design intent. I mean, like, I hope they do all that, but again, do you believe that they will? Do you believe that they'll do it properly? Big question. We'll close by letting you all know that this is not a change we make lightly. This interaction is a cool thing to discover on the player journey, and we did try to work around it, but ultimately we feel that this is the best way forward for the health and integrity of our current and future game modes on the near horizon. This will avoid broader, rougher fixes like damage caps or immunities that would hurt the affected champions and many others besides them in a larger way. We're looking to make this change in the June update and wanted to give advance notice well before this update makes its way into the game. I mean, here's the thing, like, good on them for like bringing this up early, I suppose. That is a good thing. So regardless of anything else I have said or will say in this video, I like the fact that they have told us early about it. They're actually trying to talk to us for a change. But based on everything I have read, do I think anything that Kabam is currently doing is going to make the game more fun, interesting, or better for me? No, I do not. Do I think they have potential to make it significantly worse, less fun, less exciting, ruin some champions, and just overall mess things up? Yes, I do. Why? Because they always do that. So ultimately, is this a happy news type of situation? Absolutely not, in my opinion. But let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the